What's up, beautiful people, to another episode of Pursuit of Destiny Productions podcast. It's your boy Ricky Jones Jr. and I am back again for yet another episode. I want to welcome you from wherever you are listening from, as well as those that may be viewing on YouTube. Welcome. It's me, and we are here to talk about, as you see in the subject line, how we started our production company. Okay, and so for those that don't know, we have very diverse businesses that we have started, my wife and I. However, with the production company, we started it under the name Pursuit of Destiny, right? And so Pursuit of Destiny is our umbrella company in which you all will see and find and come in contact with all of the various businesses that we as the Jones family will start and put out into the world. Okay, and so up under the Pursuit of Destiny umbrella, we have Pursuit of Destiny Productions. And so the way in which this business started, which was pretty cool, right? So long story short, my wife came to me, Crystal, whom you all have seen on videos and interviews and heard on the podcast. She came to me and said that, hey Ricky, I want to start creating and producing movies. And I was like, okay, all right, like let's look into what that takes and what that looks like and how do we do those things. And so she's a writer by trade and things like that, by gift and anointing. And so she was like, I'm gonna start writing movies, I want to direct movies. And I was like, okay. When we looked at what else it took to put a whole movie together, and there was the producer, and the list goes on from there. And so I took on the umbrella and the hat of being a producer, and I said to myself, I wanted to be the best producer film could have, right? And so I started looking up what it took, looking up different things that and roles that we had to do as producers, started looking at different movies from a whole nother perspective. And so we then put out some shorts. We did a few shorts, which, were very fun. We have them on YouTube if you want to look them up. And then we did some work for our church. And so it was fun, right? That was fun. And then I don't want to say COVID hit, but things changed. And so how our production company started, we started it with that umbrella in mind that we're going to do film. We're going to do TV shows. We're going to do shorts and things like that. So we started it, and largely because we started looking at how the film industry operates and realizing that a lot of them have like breakdowns. Or in other words, let's say like Universal. Universal may be listed on the film at the top, and then there's another film company, like some subsidiary of Universal, and then another one, and we're like, man, what are all of these different subsidiaries, what are all these different minor companies that are putting these films together? And we realized that they were all put into place for protection from the big thing, right? So the movie is the big thing, and then there may be these other companies, but they're all put in place for protection purposes and things like that, because there's a lot of liabilities, a lot of things that take place on sets and so forth and so on. And so all of these business structures and entities are put together to help protect each individual company and then the people alike. And I was like, oh man, like I learned something new as it pertains to business organization as well as film industry, right? And so we were like, okay, we're going to do the production company, and what we're going to do up under it is film as well as YouTube. We started YouTube around that same time as well, and the whole idea behind our YouTube channel then was that we were going to record and vlog our progression through the film industry. So you'll see content wherever it is. It's probably on this channel. It's on the POD TV YouTube channel, okay? POD TV YouTube channel. And so you'll see different things from behind the scenes. I think we recorded one where we had our casting call and things like that, from our movies to our shorts and things like that. Like we were just vlogging all that good stuff, and it's different things that I was learning, different things she was doing, different books we were reading and so forth and so on. And so we were just going through that. And then we stopped, right? We stopped doing film because we started to really enjoy blogging and YouTubing, and we had some kids. So kids, is a whole nother dynamic that parents would understand. However, we started having kids, and so we focused on YouTube, and then from there we started launching out YouTube channels, right? So now we're probably at about 6 YouTube channels, and they're all powered through our production company. Still the same umbrella, still the same mindset, of course, with the idea of protection purposes. So we do all of our YouTube channels, the podcast as well that you're hearing, through Pursuit of Destiny Productions LLC. So we created LLC For those that don't know, that's the limited liability corporation, okay? And so that is set up to have a protection for us being my wife and myself, from anything, right? If anything were to come up, we have that protection barrier between who we are as a business as well as who we are as personal individuals, or, just individuals in general. And so those things are necessary to have. It is necessary when creating a business, not to just do it just straight out, because you have no protection over your assets or over yourself. So if anything, like say you're selling food, if somebody was to eat the food that you're selling and get sick, they could come after you and all that you have, all that you own, all that you have as assets. And that is not what you want. You do want that layer of protection that a business entity will allow. So in that same case scenario, if somebody was to come after you after eating your food and get sick, they could not attack you. They would be attacking then the company and what the company has, if you do everything the correct way. And so as we have it, we have all of our YouTube channels, and I say all because we have multiple and more to come YouTube channels powered through our production company. So that are things like the camera is owned by the production company, these mics are owned by the production company, the lights are owned by the production company, the recording apparatus is owned by the production company, and all that is so we can do what we do as a company, right? And so having a company set up is so cool and so necessary, not only for protection, but then also just for even assets. Like, you're able to get different things. You're able to file your taxes differently and have depreciation and get tax write-offs and things like that. Even this room that we're recording, this is our studio room, which I now do the podcast in. Crystal does her YouTube channel, multiple channels in this room as well, and we're able to write this off as a business space within our home. So it's just cool, different things and perks that you get when having businesses and things like that. But I say all that to say, just to show you all how a thought, a business idea progressed from film industry to now YouTube and vlogging, and now into podcasting. And so there are other things that we want to do as well under the production umbrella, but it's cool just to be able to walk you all through the steps of film, YouTube, now podcast, and we'll look to do radio, just, to give you a little snippets of what's to come. We look to do radio as well as television as well. And so we also have some other things down the pipeline as it pertains to the production company. However, I say all this to say, like, hey, know that when you're starting your business, have an idea of what you want, but also be open to evolving the business as the world evolves and as you evolve as an individual. We talked about on the individual side of things, how your purpose will manifest itself in various ways and how your purpose will shift as the need arises. And so the need of us broadcasting media, of us being who we are in front of the camera, was the start. And so the way we now have our abilities to be shown are now through YouTube and now through the podcast. So again, have fun with it. Have fun with it. Start it, grow it, and allow for it to be what it was purposed to be. Your idea for it to grow and all that good stuff. And I mean, hey, we're here. If you have any questions pertaining to how to run a production company, how to do YouTube, how to do podcasting and things like that, definitely let us know. We are here for you as individuals and as businesses and business owners. And with that being said, we have some cool things that we have growing on the horizon that we're going to put out for all of those business owners and things like that. So definitely be on the lookout for them, because it's something that you want to be a part of. So with that being said, great people, start your business, grow your business, know who you are, write down a plan, and be open to making adjustments as growth take place. Because I mean, it was no fault on anything, right? We still have the ability to do film if we want to. Crystal still does write. She still does have scripts. We still will do movies. However, there was a shift, right? A momentary shift, but there's a lifetime in which we get to live. So we'll get back to it, and you all will get to see how those things produce, how those things manifest, and what those things look like on the back end. So with that being said, great people, have fun in your business, have fun in your life, and grow organically the way you were purposed and designed to grow. And as always, don't just live life, but pursue destiny daily. All right, great people, I love y'all. Till next time, peace.